All right, quiet in the classroom. This is Richard. I'm back at the cucumber. I brought a few points out here with me. We're going to do a little point typology. Now, I'm no expert. Don't claim to be no professional. I just do this for fun. But I probably spend as much time as most archaeologists do doing this, finding arrowheads, studying them, whatever. And what I have down here are 4 sedalias in an agate basin. Can you pick out the agate basin? It's very easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a few insert deals and really get confused here. The sedalia, 2,000 to 3,000 years old, medium to large size, narrow. Lancelot blade with straight to convex sides and base. Flaking is usually cruder than the agate basin. Alright, then we got the Nebo Hill, Missouri and Kansas. It's 7,500 years old BP. Large size, narrow, thick Lancelot blade with convex sides that gently taper to the base. Alright, and then we got the agate basin. A medium to large size Lancelot blade of high quality. High quality. High quality. There's what we got. Bases are either convex, concave, or straight, and are usually ground. Most examples are medium ridged and have random to parallel collateral flaking. Alright, so there's our 3 examples. Well, so let's look at these. Look at this one here. Even though this base comes in like that, I can tell that this is a sedalia. Man, I would love it to be a paleo point. Believe me, that would be awesome if it was, but it's not. And even this little sedalia, even though it's kind of got a medium ridge, got really awesome flaking, it's just not. And then the classic form of sedalia that comes out like this. Beautiful flaking, got a flat bottom on this one. And then you got this one here, a classic agate basin. Now the only reason, I'm trying to find some sun here. There we go. The only reason I only brought one example of an agate basin is because out of the hundreds of thousands of artifacts I've found, I've only found one full one and one half one. They're very rare here. And I can tell you, I could close my eyes and you can put 100 sedalias in my hand and one agate basin and you'll always be able to feel the paleo point. There's just a totally different feel to it. And now we'll go on to some common sense examples of why we know that this site here is an archaic site and not an early, late paleo, early archaic site. Now I don't know about Spike and Georges because I'm not there obviously to see it, but you got to take in consideration association, all the tools that are associated with the archaic site or with the Dalton site. And as far as I can see, both these sites have thousands of artifacts in the archaic period to, you know, we find a Dalton every once in a while. Now check this out. On the other side, you can't, there's no way to determine anything because it was bulldozed. On this side you can, because it's untouched. Now, let's just do some examples here. We're finding archaic points down here at about 18 inches. Now, all of a sudden here, let's look here, and there's an agate basin at 18 inches. Now, how is that in there with the archaic points? Well, the only obvious example is the archaic Indians put it there. found it somewhere or whatever. Because here's what the deal is. If we were digging down here, and down here at this low level is the Daltons, and we'd be finding Daltons and Graham Caves and Hardens and whatever, dovetails. You'd find all that. You wouldn't find the Melvilles and the Etleys and stuff. My point is, you can't find an Etley with the Dalton. There's no way an Etley from 2,000 years ago can get down as deep or be associated with the Dalton that was 5,000 years earlier. They didn't know they were even going to exist. You can always find a Dalton with the Archaic period people, because obviously they can find them. So, on our side here, yeah, there is a random paleo piece, and there might be a paleo site somewhere on this hill. We just haven't ran into it yet. Maybe these Archaic people did, and that's why they have some nice paleo pieces every once in a while. But I would say 80% of them that we found that are the earlier pieces have been picked up out of the creek and creek stained. And there's no way you can get a creek stain sitting inside the earth in the dirt. So anyway, take it for what it's worth. It's just my opinion. It ain't no fact or anything. It's just what I think. I'd be happy for Spike and George if they had a paleo site. I mean, that there could go from about a $400 a day to about a $2,000 agate basin if that's the case. And I wish it was. But I don't think I'm going to find anybody here in Missouri that'll believe it. Not even Lucky Cat believes it. So I'm going to get on digging, try to find some stuff today. I'm sure my compadres will be down here digging next to me. They're funny as can be. There's all kinds of arrowheads all over right here. And they think it's lucky to dig beside me. Can you imagine that? Probably won't find nothing today. But I'm going to give it a shot. Alright, thanks for watching. Didn't make this video to offend anybody whatsoever. I just made it just to give out my opinion and what I think. And like I said, this is America and everybody's got their own opinion. But he's going after another mouse. He's a mousing son of a gun. You'll find one here in a little while. I'll get back with you.